Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to the United Adventure Company. We're here on a Wednesday night with you 2 days before the holiday that many people celebrate called Christmas. Also happens to be one of the days of Yule, and yesterday was the solstice. So lots of holiday energy going around. The second shortest day and second longest night of the year. All that good jazz. We're playing Impossible Landscapes, Delta Green tonight. So glad you could be with us. As I fumble around in the background and try to find out what's going on in chat. I don't see anybody. I think most of those folks are bots, but I'll say hello to the bots out there. Thanks for tuning in, bots. Looks like Action Shin. I don't know if you're a bot. If you're real and I say your username, then comment in the chat and say hello to us. That way we know you're not a bot. Ag Greens, Animazi. These don't sound like bot names. They could be, but they don't sound like bot names.
Stream Elements is clearly a person.
Yeah. Thanks for watching Stream Elements. You're our most consistent viewer.
You really are. We really appreciate you being here week after week after week. No,
don't say it like that.
Don't be shocked when you start getting donations from them.
Hey, if Stream Elements wants to sponsor this stream, then I am all for it. You hear that, Stream Elements? We do use Stream Elements. Our counter on the front page, that's from Stream Elements. That's where we get that from.
Isn't that where Rick made our "Don't Crit When You Shit"?
That's right. We have brand new merch in the merch store, y'all. If you're a fan of D&D and you know what critical failures are, then you should go and buy a brand new t-shirt from our merch store. The "Don't Crit When You Shit" t-shirt. That's right. It's
exactly what you think it is.
Exactly what you think it is, yes. Oh, wait. Wrong window. Sorry. I messed that up. Billy broke it.
There's probably a table for that at Rollmaster somewhere.
Yeah.
Probably. I was going to try to find it. There it is. There it is.
You just roll and see exactly what bodily function you lose control over.
Yeah, and Rollmaster, you can die just by walking down the street, nonchalantly.
I mean, that's pretty realistic. It could happen.
Accidentally hang yourself with your own shoestrings.
Look.
I mean, everybody knows somebody that happened to.
Yeah.
Absolutely. There we go. I'll throw it over in the on the stream. So get your "Don't Shit When You Crit" t-shirt today. It's a perfect holiday gift or birthday gift or Mother's Day gift or Valentine's Day gift. That's right. You can get your "Don't Crit When You Shit" t-shirt at our Stream Elements merch store. Just click the link in the chat.
It'll be a good conversation started with Grandma around the Christmas tree. What does this mean?
That's right. But we're so glad everybody could be here with us. Thanks so much for tuning in. We know we started a few minutes behind, but we're on our own time zone. So what else? What else do we got going on? Ooh, Friday. Friday. We're playing a game Friday. That's right. At 2:00 Eastern time in the afternoon, we're playing Call of Cthulhu Stinky Orphans.
Stinky
not Dirty Orphans. Dirty Orphans is a whole nother game. A whole nother channel. We're not playing that one.
Focus up, Billy. Focus up. Stinky
Orphans, the Call of Cthulhu Christmas special. So yes, please tune in for that, where we'll have some brand new Call of Cthulhu players who've never played before, and some new faces to the stream as well. So hope you can all tune in for that.
You need to transition the screen. We're still looking at the t-shirts.
That's because nobody's bought one yet. I'm not changing it until somebody buys a t-shirt.
Oh,
you hear that, bots? Somebody out there at Botland needs to go buy a t-shirt.
Stream Elements just bought something nice.
Nice. Thanks, Stream Elements.
From itself.
No, thank you for telling
Diamond,
me
why haven't you bought the shirt yet?
Actually, I don't see Diamond in the chat.
Diamond chatted, though.
Yeah.
But I don't see
him in the chat log.
He is.
Look,
I don't
if it was
see him.
If it was a Jinkies game.
And Wolf is
sure.
here. Wolf's playing on Friday. Diamond, do you want to play Call of Cthulhu with us on Friday? Say yes and join the Discord. See how I get people to play? You want to play with us, right? Just do it.
Do it.
Yeah, Wolf's playing with us on Friday.
Do it.
And Nathan is going to play. And Lindsay, I believe you're playing, right?
Yes.
So we'll add some new faces. That's okay. They'll be fine for 4 hours without you. It's okay. Anyway, we got that going on. Saturday, there's no D&D because that's a family day for a lot of people, so they're going to be spending that with their family. So no D&D Saturday. But then Sunday, we kick off a week long of streams as long as we can find players to play in them. So that is at our Discord. So make sure you check out our Discord schedule as soon as it goes up, probably after the Friday game. Hopefully by then we'll know what we're doing. And everybody better watch on next Thursday because that's my birthday. So we're going to have a birthday stream. And I was thinking about doing a end of the year AMA on Tuesday night. So just kind of talk about the year of the channel, how we've grown this year, all the content we've added, and where we want to go next year. We did this last year, and it was pretty well received. So I think we'll do it again this year. All right. Anything else? Anybody? Who's doing the recap this week? Nathan.
Who is doing the recap
I vote Nathan.
this week?
I like the team recaps. Those are pretty awesome.
That was pretty cool. I did like that.
Yeah, why don't the two that are started by the grocery store kind of give us a blow by blow of that part, and then we'll jump over to one of the other two for the second part,
All
or
right.
at least
Let
a
me
high level.
pull up my notes here. Damn, my notes are bad for last session. All right. So we're going to be going off of my memory then.
Well, I've got some notes that maybe can help fill in your blanks. So
Okay. So, Earthsign and Union had gone to reserve the space at the library. And as they were out and about, they happened to notice that they were being tailed. So, Earthsign said, hey, let's go to the payphone. I'm going to text into the, page the group and let them know, 911 incoming, something bad's happening. And when we pulled off, a group of 4 agents pulled in behind us. They tried to stab Union in the throat with a syringe with sedative. And I decided that, and succeeded. And I decided that, I wasn't going to have that. So I then.
Well, you can't forget,
went
he
over-
lost his face in trying to do that. The guy lost his entire
Oh, that's
face.
right. That's right. Because you shot him.
And I went
you-
deaf.
Yeah.
from it,
And
but-
then I ran over and I pushed you out of the way because I figured deaf man can't drive very well.
Hell, I can't drive well when I'm hearing, remember? I hit trees all the time.
And because I didn't yet know that he had been hit with a needle and sedative. And then I got in the car and tried to drive back to the base, to the shack in the woods. And I did everything I could to try to lose the tail and even just successfully keep the car on the road, and just barely did okay. If it hadn't been for being super, super smart, I'm sure I would never have made it back. So in the meantime, Updraft and Undyne had set up an ambush.
And myself, I started working on some basic error denial traps, just spike strips to put behind hardcover. And then Updraft you went to a sniper vanish, didn't you?
Yeah, set up on in a tree.
And we left Mr. Lundeen in the house with a shotgun, figuring he could probably take care of himself, being a giant man who was armed with such a vicious weapon. And right about then is where everything kind of went pear shaped, and their car arrived, not necessarily upright for the entire voyage. Ended up on its side by the house. The agent skidded in behind them, and a firefight ensued.
And the trunk kept having people wearing gas masks and long leather coats with shotguns climb out of it. So the initial team of agents were dispatched through overwhelming firepower. And in the meanwhile, the gas masked individuals made their way into the cabin, where they quickly dispatched Henry. When we got to the cabin, it was nothing but mannequin limbs and tissue paper and other oddness. And so we left the cabin to go to the library in order to, one, try and find the what was that? Try and find one of the books, which we would then use to travel through the doors to get back to New York.
And on our way through the woods, we encountered a poor individual who had been who had run afoul of the collector fellow. His name is
Mr. Wild.
Mr. Wild. He had been basically blackmailed. Apparently, one of his kids or what have you was being held hostage to get him to meet us there with information that we needed to come talk to him, and a truck with some supplies. So we headed out, and oddly enough, he left us a satellite phone with which to call him. And we took advantage of that to not only call him and come to an agreement that we were supposed to get him dirt on
Lozette.
Lizette.
Elmer and Lizette.
Elmer Lizette, I believe.
Elmer.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
And I agreed to, because he was talking to me over the phone. And once that was done, we took the opportunity to call our family. And this also got strange because our family appears to be, for each of us that use the phone, appears to be compromised in one way or another. My wife is not herself. There's someone in the background telling her what to say and how to react. We tested them with information that was nonsense, and they just ran with it. That was my personal experience with it.
It seemed to me that the person I was speaking to was a poor facsimile, or rather a good one, but a facsimile nonetheless.
And my father, who is getting on in age, kept speaking of these. The emperor had installed these death chambers where once you'd had enough, you could just go and step into them and you would no longer feel any pain and be dead. So that's kind of weird. Emperors don't exist in the United States. So, yeah, that was weird.
That brought up some Barbarella references.
Yeah.
And we managed to make our way back to the library. It was Ursine and Updraft who originally entered the facility, went around and opened the door for us. We went in to the basement where we needed to perform our ritual.
Yep.
But we needed supplies. And luckily, library basements full of glue sticks and paper and such as
Trash bags.
Yep.
Occult supplies as you need them in the library.
Like glue sticks, occult glue sticks.
Yep. And that's where I get fuzzy.
Mhm.
We got a note from Abby.
Yep.
Find JC Lenz at Hotel Broadalbin. And then Updraft led us through the incantation to get to the I guess the other side, well, the other side of the door, and then that's where we left off, I think.
Yep.
Does that sound right to y'all?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep, with Agent Updraft leading the discussion, I believe.
It was a call and response, I believe.
Repeat after me. Yep.
It was. Yeah, so we pick up after the call and response as the room has gone completely, well, not completely. You can still kind of see light hitting vague shapes around as a gong loudly sounds in the background. And Agent Updraft and Agent Union, you would both recall that the last time this happened, everybody kind of shuffled around. Is that what you are instructing people to do? What, I guess, what's the next step for you guys?
I would think that we would, because I had talked about having to do the shuffle.
Do the shuffle.
Yeah, I talked about us having to shuffle around in here. And so, using my arms, like motion to everyone that we have to move around and do the thing.
Pantomime that.
Yes. Everyone go ahead and make an alertness roll.
Do I get any bonuses for having
at
googly
minus-
eyes on my mask?
At minus 20, the googly eyes, I will give you a plus 1% on
Minus-
that.
Minus 20.
You know what? It
I
might
don't even
be
want to
the-
roll. It's a waste
It might
of
be the
time.
one I need.
If you fail, you get to increase it.
Yeah.
Where's my
Wow,
character
I
sheet?
rolled a 12. That's still not
Oh,
enough.
I rolled a 72.
no.
That is not enough.
What were we rolling again?
Alertness.
Oh, wait,
minus
no.
20.
Oh.
What am I thinking? I actually
What's that?
passed. Wait, no.
12?
You
No.
said
You don't-
minus 20.
Minus
Yeah.
20.
That'll
Yeah,
make
no.
it a 2.
No.
So not roll under a 2.
I have at a minus 20, I have a critical success with a 22.
Nice. All right, Agent Union, you are pretty sure that you got enough of a look at each other as they're moving around to kind of keep track of you. Like you've paid attention to the shell game. The others, when the light comes back on, when you've all sat down again, the room is transformed. And go ahead and do a sanity check, as now instead of the 4 of you, there are 10 figures seated in a circle, and they all have the same white mask and silver robe that you had seen in the original bit. All the kind of distinguishing features you had put on your makeshift masks are gone at this point. They all seem to be this white blank porcelain almost look.
Lost my googly eyes. Dang it.
You lost your
How?
googly eyes.
That's a fail
Failed.
for me.
What a roll.
Just roll a D. Actually, I think it's just a 1.
Okay.
You were kind of going in with this.
55 on a 56.
Nice. You're good.
Nice.
No loss. You're still sane. You're super sane. You're doing great.
Yep. All right.
And as you're looking around, the figures are kind of just patiently waiting for the most part. What do you do?
Does the rest of the room look the same?
You failed your alertness, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave that. It's kind of tough to tell. Outside of the circle, it's like it's a library room, but the way the light is hitting, it's tough to tell.
Okay. So, if memory serves me correctly, someone is supposed to tell of a meeting with some sort of supernatural. And so Updraft is going to start off telling a story. It will just be the story of being trapped in a building that kept leading to other buildings. And just kind of, briefly gloss over some of the McAllister building. Watching for responses. Carefully paying attention for the responses from everyone else in the room.
Okay. Go ahead and do a human on that as you're kind of looking around.
45 on a 53.
Okay. You're looking around and you see 3 of the figures that are sitting there seem to be responding somewhat like a normal person would. The others are very still. And in fact, when you see them kind of creak their head, it doesn't look completely natural. And the person next to you speaks up. And it is a voice you've heard before. It's Asa Darabandi. But he sounds haggard. He sounds stretched thin. And you can kind of hear the tears in his voice as I threw it away and it came back. I got another copy. And now with Bale, I can't stop drowning them. It's in my room at the brothel bin, but I can't stop. But I think they're still getting out. At least there's that. And he puts his kind of head and hands very almost robotically. And next up, Agent Undine. You're kind of in the circle.
So let's see. I felt really bad that I ended up bringing him along. I knew that I needed somebody else there if things went south, and maybe a little part of me sort of helped pick him as, well, to put it politely, a shock absorber, a meat shield, some people might say. He was fit. He could run, kept up with me. When that thing came over the rise, it's like it sort of ripped a part of my world away. And, when you're in a wreck, you experience that slowdown of time. And I don't know how long I stood there watching it, just absorbing the fact it was there. Felt like days. They cut that poor man right in half. I mean, I'm sure he had family. And what did I do? I ran for my life. So I saw what it did. And I think that if I was just a little bit slower, or I hadn't had, and I looked down at my necklace that I'm feasibly still wearing, or I didn't have this, I wouldn't be here. I'd be laying, bits in the forest, fertilizing the soil. And you know what? By comparison to what we're going through right now, that might not be so bad. I'll sit back down.
It's very good. The next figure to speak starts speaking in French. And I don't think at this point anyone speaks it. But I think a word, a phrase jumps out at you. Leroy and Juan. You've run into that before. They seem to be excitedly discussing it. It comes up a couple times, and you can see them. They almost gesture. They have a little bit more animations than some of the others. They gesture like a mask of some kind, but then they sit back down and point over to Agent Ursine.
I found a strange thing in my work. Before I am who I am now, I was a doctor assigned to work on the strangest cases, and I found a boy where I was asked to look into a boy who had slowly been turned into a fungus. And it uncovered this vast conspiracy within the government to harness and basically take the technology of otherworldly beings for the use of bad men in the government. They almost found me and almost killed me. I managed to escape and start a new life, but had I not been found by someone, then I would probably also be in a coffin now.
All right, and then you confess, and again, after each of these, most of the figures are kind of nodding up and down. The more you talk as a group, the more you realize they're nodding kind of in unison, and it's always the same, like 3 nods and then a stop. So the rest of you are kind of like able to tell again who's who. The next person up is a bit of an older woman's voice. You're kind of guessing. It has almost the same deepness that Henry's had. You can kind of feel something there. And I moved the world this morning. It wasn't hard to do. Dad had left it for us. I don't know where he got it. I don't know what it does, but I put it back in the building. Maybe that'll do something. I don't know. The world's a weird place. And then Agent Union, they look at you.
Yeah, the world is a weird place. This whole thing is weird. This is only the second one of my meetings, right? So came to my first one with curiosity and interest. Now I find myself at my second one after a near-death experience and attack on my life and new friends. Strangeness that occurred surrounding that is nearly unexplainable, yet I accept it. Like so many other things I've seen and accepted. It's just, as you said, my friend, the world is a weird place. And I'll sit back down. Just very short and sweet.
Short, sweet, love it. The next one to speak is a younger woman, and she stands up. She seems to be kind of fidgeting, and she pulls a letter out from under her cloak. You can see it's kind of fine paper on it, and she's flipping it. It's not closed or anything, and she's just, I think I'm going to leave Mark a note. I in my book. It's all I really ever came up with. Been stuck in the house for ages. I thought he should know why. I'm just going to read it. In an ending, we find the world. The play is the only thing. All else orbits it as an afterthought. I go to him now because there is no other path, and I know now there never was. And she kind of stops for a moment, and then I guess it's not enough, but it's all I can leave. And she sits back down. Agent Updraft. When she sits back down, you're kind of focusing on her. You start to see behind her the shadows darken and deepen, because you were kind of trying to look around the room, and the more you look, this shadow just keeps growing and growing as you're looking at it, and you're seeing little like golden highlights throughout. Do you want to do anything?
So it's just like little veins of gold, almost like
Yeah.
light.
Yeah, and they're just barely catching against the light in the darkness. And you're seeing there's something else kind of emerging from far up and beyond. It feels like there's this weird sense of distance that they're just seated across a circle from you. It's not that far, but it feels incredibly big.
I'll reach in my pocket and grab a coin, and I'm assuming there's another person who's about to talk.
Yeah. In fact, they're starting to talk. They're
Okay.
doing.
I'm gonna
some story,
roll.
yeah.
I want to roll the coin across the floor at her, and I'm keeping my focus on her. And I want to
Okay.
try to roll the coin toward her and see, like, distance.
Yeah. And you're kind of watching this coin, and it rolls and rolls, and it seems to almost just catch a life of its own. It keeps going. And the others can see this coin start going across the floor. It's pretty obvious that some party member is doing something different. And you're watching now. You all see this figure as this coin just goes, and perspective is getting very strange, and this ghostly face appears behind the figure in the chair. Everyone go ahead and roll sanity.
Ooh, pass.
Fail.
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 Pass.
Take a d4. Is there something horrific about this face just appearing behind it? The faint gold highlights around it.
And the coin just kind of almost rolls in place forever, like never quite getting there, but still always moving away.
Right, you feel this, like there's some distance it's traveling. You get the feeling it's still moving, but it's you can't place where it is, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So how does that kind of manifest from everyone that fails?
So for Updraft, he is just like solely focused on what like he's watching the coin even though he can't keep up with it, you know? Like he's just constantly like trying to see it and like his eyes kind of come out of focus. And for a minute, you know, he has blinders on. Like everything else just kind of falls away as he's just kind of like dazed and drawn into that coin. And then with the appearance of the face, like his attention, part of him is like screaming at him that it's really important and he needs to be paying attention to it. But the other part of him is just holding on to this imperceptible or barely perceptible object. And he's trying, it's basically just like, nope, pay attention over here. Just don't pay attention to that thing, you know. But his consciousness is now pulled into it.
Very good. And I think I heard Agent Undine. You also, did you fail?
I fail.
All right. What does that look like for Agent Undine?
Well, for me, the coin, as it rolls out, it rolls, and it's like the room is moving to keep up with the coin, and the coin is not actually going anywhere. And it's caught in a loop. And I realize I'm caught in a loop. And there's probably no escape for me anymore because it's too late. And then I look around and I'm in a circle of people, which is a loop. And then I realize that pretty much everything is a loop. And then my brain kind of folds in on itself because it's sort of a loop.
So Agent Undine is just kind of quietly sitting there, also short circuiting almost, it sounds like.
Yep.
From this, yep. And it sounded, did Agent Ursine pass or no?
Yes, passed.
Okay. Same with Agent Union. And you're all kind of, you have this moment. I guess you two that passed, how do you kind of relegate this? How do you stay sane against this?
So as I'm watching this coin and this ghostly figure, my eyes start to itch and I just start to rub them. And when I look back up, it's like I see the coin going, but in my mind's eye, it's like, or not, rather the way that it registers in my brain is that it's at a normal place where it should have been vis-a-vis where it was before. And then my eyes itch and I rub them again and look. And so basically I'm just under the assumption that it's a trick of my eyes and my brain is trying to fill in the gaps. So.
Yeah, and for Union, it's just, this is a strange place. He's not even sure how he got here, where these other people are. He's like, just gonna accept that something strange is going on here. Not exactly sure what, but again, like many strange things he's seen and been forced to accept, this is just gonna be another one of those accept it moments.
Yep. Just kind of puts it on the back burner. Wonderful. And as the group is kind of watching this coin just roll and roll and roll, you realize that the last person has stopped talking. And there's that awkward pause. And Agent Union, you feel a hand touch your shoulder.
Oh, good. Do I remember what happened last time? Didn't
You left.
yeah, isn't that when you
Yep.
get up to leave? That's what I thought.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll sit
Yeah,
there for a
I
minute, like thinking, like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to do something, and then I'll slowly get up and turn to walk away.
Okay. And the hand hits, then it goes to Ursine.
I'm gonna follow Union's lead and get up and follow him.
All right. Undine.
If people are like starting to move,
Mhm.
that will snap me out of my fugue, and I'll shuffle after them. But again, we're not going anywhere. We'll just end up back here probably. But not like I have any say over it anymore, so I'll just follow along.
Yeah. And as you exit the room out of this kind of darkness, you get to the door almost by just rough memory, and you're back in the library hallway. Agent Updraft, you are actually the fourth one it touches.
Of course, can't dismiss itself. Updraft's he's wise to this game, and when it does, when it touches, does it linger until you move, or does it just like tap and then stop?
It's like a very soft push and then away. It almost feels like there might be some like cloth glove, you think maybe?
Yeah. Updraft's gonna stand up. He's going to go to leave the room. Before he exits, when he opens the door, he's going to look back. What's everyone
right.
else doing?
The figures have all turned their white masks to look at you. And you can see again that figure behind them, kind of across the circle from you, as the doorway is behind you. You're opening it, you're looking, you can see it. And then almost like they were just plucked up, you see all the figures and robes get pulled into the ceiling like by strings. And then there is just that figure behind it. And it looks at you for a second. You hear the gong. And then the room lights up and it's just the basement again. Go ahead and roll another sanity check there.
Ouch.
Oi.
I passed that one. That wasn't that big of a deal.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Is this a normal sanity roll?
It's just for Updraft because he stuck around after.
Because he's an idiot. But yeah, no, 35 on a 55. So
All right. Yeah, you're good. I don't know how it throws you, but
honestly, I think it's just that's kind of what he expected. Like he's starting to buy in a little bit, and that's kind of what he expected.
Mm-hmm.
He's going to walk out the door hoping it's New York on the other side.
Well, and actually, because I don't want to forget this, you realize that the coin you rolled is against one of the walls. It's hit it and fallen down.
Oh, I want to collect that.
And yeah, you pick it up and I assume, kind of look at it. And around where you normally have the words on a coin, you can see the words are changed on the coin. And it says, "Smooth is the hand that makes the world, and steady is the mind that grasps it." But it's kind of in the placement that the original words would be, if that makes sense. So you might get like part of it here, and then it continues in the estimated.
Okay.
And back in the hallway, you see you're all back kind of in your trash bag outfits, homemade masks. You can see Agent Union's googly eyes kind of wobble about a little bit.
Well, I don't think we're back in New York. This looks just like the same damn library we were in. Oh,
Check out this coin. Now I'm gonna flip the coin at Agent Undine.
Yep, and it says the same thing.
Yay.
That was a quarter.
I'll put it in my
Does
pocket.
it still have like George Washington's head on it and everything?
Yeah.
At least it's not the Emperor.
Unless.
George Washington is the emperor.
Could be. I'll look at the coin. Does it seem normal?
Yeah. Other than the words being changed, seems completely normal. And it's, I mean, I'm not a mint expert or anything, but it doesn't look like it was hand modified or anything, right? Like it looks like this was very much the intention of the coin was to have these words.
Thanks.
Just takes the quarter. Love it.
wow. Well, now what?
We walk out. Where are we? Same
You
library?
are, yep, same library. And it's pretty late at night, if I recall correctly. You're starting to really feel it.
I'll go upstairs. Is the truck there? Is it the
Yeah,
same
the
time
truck's still
period?
there.
Like,
Yeah,
okay, truck's not all rusted out and
No,
dilapidated.
there's a distributor cap that you know is messed up on it, but
The wire's loose. Yep.
yeah.
yeah, that all seems to be present.
Damn it.
Well, that didn't work. Oh, I'm getting tired, guys. A long day. I've been stabbed with a needle, and that was not a restful sleep I went through. Gunfight. This shit. We need to get out of
Still
town,
in-
though.
We're still in Idaho. Ugh. Did we not go through the right door?
Do you usually have to sit in one of these circles to go somewhere? I mean, the last time I was in one, it was just in and out like this was, so.
You have to leave with intention,
Okay.
and we need the books. Before they were talking about they were building. Remember the first meeting,
Yeah.
George? They were talking about they were building a building out of books.
Yeah, a building of books, but they were building a building out of books. Because I thought they were talking about a library at the time. Remember?
Yeah.
Building of books.
Yeah, and you had, as a reminder, you had looked throughout the town. You had actually done a pretty thorough search.
All
You did not ever find this building that they're talking about.
right. So it's someone somewhere else. They're not building it here.
Well, we're in the library. We might as well get on the net and see if we can find anything. Do a search for building of books.
All right.
Oh, and with that letter, who's Mark? Do y'all know who she's writing that letter to?
I think I do.
I didn't see anything about Mark.
Yeah, I was actually wondering that too. Mark?
Yeah, Mark who? What are you talking about? What letter?
The letter that the woman read in the thing, a letter to Mark. She's
Oh, I see. I'm sorry.
Oh,
I was thinking of
yeah.
the letter you got there. Yes.
yeah. Yeah, we're on the same page.
Who's Mark? Do y'all know Mark? Is that relevant to you all? Like,
He's
We
Yeah.
all know
yes,
Mark, right?
Yes, but he's dead now. Last time we saw him, he was getting mowed down with SMG bullets.
Jesus, do y'all
Or
kill
was he already
everybody
dead
that you
when-
come across?
No, he was already dead when we got to the lounge that day. Okay. No,
Okay.
when we last saw him, he was dead.
Okay, wow. Y'all have a lot of death around you. I'm not used to all this killing. I'm just usually a surveillance guy, and I mean, I know
I'm
my
not
way
used
around,
to
but
it either.
oh, jeez. So he's dead. So what relevance does it have to you guys? Who was she?
Well,
Who do you think she was?
I don't necessarily think that being dead is a disqualifier from the game in this specific place, dimension, gameplay. I don't know. But I don't think being dead is a disqualifier.
So whoever it is, they knew Henry left. Maybe that's the difference. We are not dead. And so we can leave through the door. But when I looked back, the others left, but just into the darkness. So maybe that's why they can't. And when Henry did, that became a problem.
Oh, yeah.
George, you said that you ran into that guy out in the driveway, out in the parking lot the last time.
Yeah. Face
The meeting we
gas
surveilled.
mask, trench coat, Operation
Yeah.
Bristol. Yeah. Left me a shotgun.
Maybe as to finish off whoever was supposed to be in that meeting. And that's why
Oh, so do you think they were there to take out George? To take out Henry?
or at least make sure he didn't leave.
Maybe. Because they sure came after him. He was who they wanted.
I
Obviously.
mean, I don't know. They seem to be kind of interested in all of us, but he was definitely their focus.
I think,
um,
he was their primary target, and we were knowledgeable,
Okay.
so we had to be taken out as well. But
Okay, so if that's we may still be the target because we still know.
yeah, hence the helicopter that we heard coming when we left. So I'm saying we need to get the hell out of town before they figure out where we are. It won't be long. This town's not very big. Let's see.
Anybody reach out to you?
No?
Any of you?
No.
No.
It's just
Isn't it amazingly
Well-
quiet considering that we have had two teams dispatch, two cells have now been sent to kill us, but it is amazingly quiet.
well, it did
It is a library, just so we're clear.
there
Well,
was
to
that
be
one
fair.
I did have a guy actually reach out to me, but I didn't think anything of it at the time. Now maybe I do. When I called to try and get some information, remember when we were in town before, they kept asking me where we were and what we were doing and where you guys were hiding out, and I didn't tell them. I refused to tell them because I just felt that was kind of fishy, and it wasn't my usual handler. It was this guy that I met at the diner who told me about Operation Bristol then, and I didn't know anything about it then. So somebody knows, and it's somebody from inside the organization.
Real quick, as a point of correction, if you remember, he told you about the static protocol.
Static Protocol, that's what it was. Yes. Sorry, not Bristol.
Yeah.
Thanks. I
Yeah.
don't have that
So-
notebook open.
Yes.
Yeah, in static protocol, that was something that you had mentioned to Updraft, and he is familiar with that term, correct?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not that anyone ever called it that directly to you, but you overheard it in regards to your the killings that you took part in.
Okay.
So yeah, that guy. He kept trying to get some info out of me, and I wouldn't tell him anything because I thought it was pretty strange that all of a sudden he wanted to. I'm supposed to provide intelligence and inform them about your whereabouts and dealings. But now that I've blown one of their heads off, I don't think I'm going to be treated as a friendly anymore.
It's just weird to me that we are apparently so dangerous and at the same time so lost that we have seen two cells sent after us. I don't know what the fuck's going on. But I have a feeling like we can't trust anybody else. Not until we figure out what the hell is going on in New York, or at least some way to deal with it. And I think that the only clue we have right now is we got to figure out how to get to Hotel Broadalbin.
I agree. I do think that is the path forward.
We
And if
find the
that-
park, we find the hotel.
If that means, and we got to have another little seance in the library and start asking people questions, and so be it. It's off Washington Park, right?
Yeah.
That's what we decided.
Yep,
Okay.
that's what y'all said.
So let's look for that. Find any hotels that are current or past or present near Washington Park.
All right.
We'll
Okay.
Yeah. So I guess jump on the old Netscape Navigator.
Fire it up. You get those wonderful modem sounds. Yep. Go ahead and roll a search or a computer science, whichever one kind of floats your boat.
It's gonna have to be a search.
Ask Jeeves.
Yeah. Is that?
Oh yeah,
I don't know. It's 95 or whatever. It's such a weird what
I'm
was the
using
round?
right. Alta Vista. Ask Jeeves. The one that started with an E. Anyway, all the weird insight in Carta, right?
There
Like
you are,
Encarta's
yes.
got all the map.
Yep.
It got all the maps. Okay, that's a fail.
Okay.
So,
Is
Nope.
anybody else doing it as well? I heard a nope.
oh, that was me. Nope.
Yeah, I'll take a look as well. See what I can find.
Go
I already checked
for it.
Encarta. Don't use that.
Okay. Search.
Let's search.
Oh, that's a fail.
Okay. So the way that works is you kind of exhaust yourself that night looking into it. You're spending quite a bit of time in it because you're looking and you just cannot find anything about any hotel around there, and you're pretty sure by the end of it that there is no hotel that has ever been there, especially not named Broadalbin. You do, however, notice, because you're kind of looking through these, you kind of you're clicking around the homepage or whatever, you're getting ready to close it out. You see that one of these has had theirs set to the CNN homepage, and you can't help but notice 4 pictures there. They're all your faces.
Oh, goody.
They're wearing clothes that you don't think you own, and they're holding something that you can almost see, it looks like a bottle edge, but you don't remember ever taking this picture. This is brand new, but it's all your pictures. And it appears, as you look into the article, that there is a manhunt out for the 4 of you. for the death. Yeah, they're kind of calling it sort of like a Manson murder type situation uh, about the killings in Idaho. And they are postulating that there are some weird cultish connections with some killings in New York as well.
Perfect.
It's on to us.
So we should just turn ourselves in, right? Because it's over for us, right? We're not going to be able to get
No.
on a plane. We're not going to be able to go anywhere. I mean,
First of all,
There's
This
another
is-
way.
this is America, the land of big body Buicks and gas stations every 200 miles. So
I mean,
there's
you have a
nowhere
point.
we can't go.
There's got to be a way to use the doors to get from here to New York. We got from 1402 France to here using a door.
And
We
was
just
a
have to
door
figure out how
in
to
this
do it.
building, right?
In the cave. It was a door in the cave.
No, we took a door in the cave to the what was it? The Chateau de Port, and then from there we came here. It seemed to be a hub for this kind of stuff, much like the McAllister building. However, if there was a door that got us from there to here, there's got to be a door somewhere from here to the McAllister.
Well, not necessarily. If you think of it, you mentioned it's like a hub. What if the hub is only one-way destinations to some places? Surely some hubs are interconnected, but then there could just be one-way destination points. Like it puts you where you need to be, not where you want to be. I've just been listening to you guys talk about how this door travel thing works, and it makes me wonder if it's not as simply where you want to be, but where it thinks you need to be.
So as
Why
he's
else
saying
come
that,
to Idaho? Because your partner was here.
yeah, because it was trying to get us back in touch with our compatriot. I'm gonna walk away as he's saying this, and I'm walking back into the library and back downstairs to the basement.
It's gonna be like, walk away. Okay, fine.
I intend to go back to the door that we came out of, and I'm gonna stand there.
Okay.
And
And
focus.
that's not there anymore. Just
Oh, okay.
but you're kind of like
Okay.
you know the wall roughly that you popped out of.
Okay. I'm gonna look for a door on that wall then. And I'm gonna stand there and think really hard about Abby's room in the McAllister building and just try to really focus on what that room looked like. And then I am going to open that door and hope that it's something other than a broom closet.
All right. 1 second while I just double check something. Okay. So, what is Agent Undine? We'll get right back to that in a second. Agent Undine, what are you doing? Because it sounds like the other two were kind of doing searches. Agent Unit, if you did something as well, we'll get to you.
I'm watching Ursine. What year is this again?
95.
95.
Let's see. Let me double check something. Make sure I got my timeline right.
Coolio's
There's a little-
Gangster's Paradise tops the charts.
Yep.
I'm giving you guys a little leeway since you're having so much trouble with what happened in 95. I don't know.
It's good. Ah, yeah. Wait. Let's see.
Was there Pokemon?
Oh, there was a
Actually,
Pokemon.
Pocket monsters. Yeah.
Yep.
So, sitting there, yeah, it definitely was out by that point. Sitting there and watching her try to basically come up with a door. It's like, it's kind of like Hoggle. You know, the little gremlin fellow or gnome. Sweet, kind girl, terrible black oubliette. Work with me here. A smile. You might be better off just drawing a door.
Maybe.
I love that. Just talk about labyrinth while Earthsign's like looking over this wall. Agent Union, was there anything you wanted to do or? In
Well,
particular?
they were searching the computers, and then I want to go outside and I actually want to look around and just kind of poke my head out and see what's the state of the world outside at the moment.
Yeah, it's it's brisk outside. It's getting kind of cold. Just with the turning of it's kind of fallish.
Was it like September-ish, October-ish?
I think it's
September.
September-ish. I could be incorrect there.
September. It's September.
September, perfect. Yeah, so it's starting to get a little cold.
Well, the
You're not hearing
PlayStation
any
just
like
came out, that's
helicopters.
right.
Yeah,
September
it's
9th.
September. Yeah.
September 9th is when the PlayStation launched in 1995. PlayStation 1. Just FYI. I only know that because I'm
And-
reading the Wikipedia page about 1995.
Probably something I should have done. Yeah, you're not hearing anything really like there's normal kind of city noise that you'd hear.
But not a lot of like sirens or anything like that anymore.
No,
Like all that's
you're-
kind of calmed down.
No, you guys got far enough away from that.
Okay. Then I'm gonna go back in and lock the door back and just go back to everyone and go, okay, the truck's still there. Seems like the world is right. I don't know exactly where we are, but that the world is where we left it when we came in here. So nothing outside has changed.
And
And kind of, I'm gonna just start wandering around the library and looking around at the rest of the library. I want to see how this place is like laid out, where the hidey closets are, all that
Okay.
stuff.
great. And you will actually say though, you pop your head in, and Agent Undine's talking about something about Hoggle. Agent Ursine has turned around from the wall to kind of give like a comeback to it, and you see that her hand is on a doorknob, and there's a door in the wall where by all rights there should not be one. There has not been one so far. So everyone there, go ahead and roll a sanity check.
Me too.
Yeah, you too.
Oh, I'm still on the
That's
computer.
a pass.
Guys, where'd
You
that
don't need
door
it right
come
now.
from? That's a pass. Where'd that door
Oh,
come
hold
from?
on. Got to find out how Undine rolled.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
Really,
That
really
doesn't
well,
sound
right?
so good.
double zeros.
Okay. Take 4 sanity from the unnatural.
Ouch.
Okay.
Burn, baby, burn.
But yes, you are greeted with Abigail Wright's door.
See, I told you so.
Really?
And I'm
See,
gonna
I
walk
to-
in.
See, I told you so. That's what you. I'll yell back, "Hey, Buck! They're going through a door that wasn't here a minute ago," because he's still in there on the computer. What the fuck, Buck?
Oh yeah, I gotta jump up and go running down there. I guess. Are they? When I get down there, are they already walked through the door, or are they in the process of walking through the door?
I already have.
All right.
I haven't. I'm just standing there smiling ear to ear.
Like, Jesus.
Super stoked.
Poor Don. Poor Don.
Onward to
thought-
the
I
land
thought-
of stench.
I
Wave
thought
my
Don
arm.
was going to be the rock here.
I was up to a point until the rock got chipped down to a pebble.
And it's nearly a grain of sand.
I'm a poster boy for erosion here.
What the fuck, Buck?
Oh
Like
no,
that?
this is
Did you roll sand there, Buck?
Why the hell do you keep
Uh.
calling him Buck? That seems to be going around.
yeah, it's a pass. 47 on a 55.
That's how I met him.
So pretty much everyone except for Undine is doing okay with this door.
Oh, he's fine with the door. He knew it was going to be there.
Mhm.
He's just overly excited about what's on the other side. That's
He
where he
doesn't-
went wrong.
Yeah, he doesn't want to be rude and go first.
That's just polite. I like it.
Once everyone's through, I'll turn around, look down the emptiness, and smile and close the door behind us.
All right. Oh dear. I've made a slight error in my typing. One moment.
Is everybody in?
Yes, everybody is in, and as you walk through the door, you almost instinctually, for one of you there, we'll go with Ursine, you're the first there. You reach up and pull a cord, and the light bulb in Abigail Wright's apartment lights up, and you can see around you. You are back in New York. The sound of traffic outside, just everything is back. The walls, however, are completely bare at this point. You do not see any of the epoxy, anything. It almost looks like they actually ripped it down to the studs. Like you can see the backside of the outer wall.
Well, see, guys, said this was how this should work after everything we've been through, and we're back where we need to be. So,
But we're
I
not
think-
when do we need to be.
we don't know when we are, but I don't know that the when matters.
We just need to find Elmer Lizette.
Elmer Lizette and JC Lynn's at the Hotel Broadalbin.
Let's search both those names, but let's search more reliable sources.
Like the white pages.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Like a phone book for JC Lynn's. That's pretty unique spelling. And Elmer Lizette. Again, I can't imagine there's too many.
Go ahead and roll. I think it would be pretty easy. In fact, the building itself would most likely have a white pages. So you walk out into the hallway. You are very clearly back in the McAllister. It's got that rich burgundy carpet that you know and love. And you go up to, it kind of has like a phone nook, and you do see there are some white pages there. In terms of JC Lynn's, like you said, that's a pretty unique name. You are not seeing that name. That is not appearing anywhere. You do see there are a couple of Lizettes around, Lizettes, but none of them are Elmer. There's like an Edgar and an Ethan, maybe an Edna, but no. Edna.
Edna. Oh, Edna. Edna Elmer. That's
I got to
Elmer
think
Fudd's
of
wife.
E names.
Eric.
Ethereal. Lizette.
Elroy.
Ooh, that's not
Elvis.
bad. Yeah, there's
Elroy.
definitely an Elroy Lizette.
Oldest.
Yeah, but yeah, you're not seeing them in the phone book proper. And I will remind you, it is night and it is getting late. Very late.
I need to sleep.
You're telling me. Where is this? Where are we? What is this place? Yo, you all seem familiar here.
This is the McAllister building. We're in New York City.
Let's go find somewhere.
New York City.
The Big Apple.
New
And
York
thus,
City.
a whole series of commercials were born. As someone walking by hears it through the window.
Mm-hmm.
What do you suggest, Updraft? We don't have any money. All I've got is my pistol and this SMG and my wallet and the clothes on my back.
I mean, do you need that SMG?
Do I need it? No. Are
Yeah.
you suggesting we sell it to get some cash?
Yeah.
How much cash do you need?
I mean,
Do you
We-
have cash?
we can. I mean, I do, but we'll get enough off of this to be able to, find somewhere to crash for a while. One of these coffin hotels put us up.
I have a
Are
credit
we going to
card.
sell that thing on the black market? I mean,
I don't think you should use your credit card right now. I'm not using mine.
Yeah, just make us. They'll find us quicker. They're gonna find us, but hopefully,
If we use cash, maybe we'll at least have a night's rest.
Observation. Credit cards are run manually at this point, I think, still. Ka-chunk, chunk.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if it's one of those, it is. Yeah. Okay.
So it's not dialed in.
yeah, it's a good call. A good call. Okay, so we can do either. What do y'all think?
Yeah.
I
What
think
are
the
you
credit card hotel's still risky if we're being looked for because agencies can use their authority to get names, whereas with cash we can
Yeah.
use fake names.
They'll get it a couple days after we've left.
I mean,
Visual.
we
Have
kind
we-
of gotta unload this SMG.
Do you
That's
know
true.
anybody here that you can sell that to? I mean, what are you gonna just walk down the street? Hey, Mister, you want to buy a submachine gun? I mean,
It
this
is
is
New York.
1995 New
This-
York.
There are sections of town where that flies.
Yep.
Yes, I would.
I have
Who's
a
the
sug-
stinky urchin?
Yeah.
If anybody would know how to do that to find a way to sell this thing, I know it would be you, and I'll hand it to you to Updraft.
I'll go find some people hanging out under a bridge.
Okay. I'm feeling that this is a criminology check.
That's fair. I agree.
It sounds like you're doing crime.
Selling guns on the black market? That sounds
What?
like crime to me.
I'm not an expert in crime, but that sounds like a crime, sir.
All right. That's a
Especially
fail.
in New York in 19...
And I did not go with him. I want to point that
Yeah.
out because you
I-
don't want to. Yeah.
I have only passed sanity rolls today, I think.
Yep.
So that's a-
Well,
That's another
we're in
fail.
New York, so there's probably going to be representatives of these gangs here. They're, well, it's true, but well,
Yeah.
actually, they're not going to be where we're going.
Yeah, I'm kind of roping in some of that that to Agent Updraft's attempt is yeah, your spider sense kind of tingles. What's your criminology at to begin with?
35.
35. Okay. You have enough of a sense to realize that some of these guys that I'm looking at, I don't think I would want to sell to them. They seem like they may be, undercover.
Got you.
So
All right.
that takes a few hours of you looking around. I'm sorry, Agent Undine. What were you saying?
Oh no, that's I was speculating what gangs might be interested in it.
Well, I guess we're just gonna have to pay cash, which I've got cash. So
Yeah,
mean-
that seems reasonable.
Undyne has a point. If we do a credit card, that might get us through. That's assuming that whoever's running that credit card doesn't look at us and go, hey, wait, I think I've seen you on the front page of CNN.
So that was going to be my next question is you do know you are known faces. You don't know to what degree.
I think it might be easier to pay for a hotel room in cash and not have them look at your face too hard.
Probably.
what if we stay up on the 4th floor?
Oh,
What do you mean?
I guess we could. I mean, yeah, why not?
What about our
Let's
buddy
try
at
it.
the police station?
What?
What about our Christian soldier buddy at the police station? What's his name?
Gary?
Yeah.
Uh,
Or
I don't know how to get a hold of Gary.
Not
Well-
without bringing the fuzz down on us.
how about and I hold up a business card for the cable guy.
Ooh.
Well, the agency came and got him and took him off to debrief him. So
But they wouldn't expect us if he's there to double back, and if he's not there, then his house is empty.
I mean, I don't think he put his home address on the business card.
Probably not.
Oh, yeah,
That's-
that's true.
that
Yeah.
seems even sketchier than just staying on the 4th floor.
It's New York. We can find a place to sleep. People do it all the time.
I mean, I guess we
Oh,
could just
you know what?
sleep in the park and take take shifts to watch each other.
There's an apartment on the 2nd floor. I'm pretty sure is empty.
Ah, yeah.
Yeah.
Does it have a door still?
Yes, I kicked it in. I didn't.
I'm
I
very
didn't take
curious
it off
which
the
one you're
edges.
thinking about. Okay.
Benefits. Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't there a building
Screw her.
manager? We could ask him if there's an empty room and just stay there.
Ooh.
He's
Yeah,
not
but-
very happy with us right now.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't want to talk to him. He's involved.
Gotcha. Oh,
And the speakeasy seems like a great place to stay. If it's there.
just along for the ride, man. Wherever y'all want to go, I'm in it now. So
It's a good neutral ground between there and here.
Maybe the police won't find it.
They're not here looking for it.
I thought y'all said this place burnt down.
We said it caught fire.
Fair
We didn't
distinction.
stick around. Okay, now to be fair,
Oh.
we did not stick around to witness the culmination of that fire. But it seemed to be, pretty on fire the last time we saw it.
We also don't know when it is now.
I'll pick up the phone and just dial time.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
there's I forget what there's a third number you could do that with.
That's right. You could do that. How did,
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, just
I wonder
dial
if that
time.
still works.
You dial that.
I forgot all about being able to do that.
I think you can also do that with like National Weather Service type stuff also.
And you get a voice that picks up on the other side, on the other bit of the line. Hello? Hello?
I recognize the voice.
No, it's not hitting you.
I'm sorry, I was calling for the time.
Oh. It's you. Okay. Yeah, time's almost up. Hurry up. The party's about to start.
I want to turn to the others. I want to hang up, turn to the others, and be like,
Rude.
well, I said the party's about to start. I think there's only one party we all know about.
Yep.
I don't have energy for a party, guys. I need some sleep.
Oh, how about this?
Oh,
How
yeah.
about this?
We'll go-
Breezeway.
We'll go to the 4th floor. We'll just get a room up there.
Yeah, okay.
This
We understand well enough how it works now. I've proven that we know how it works now, so sure. Let's go get a let's go and acquire a room on the 4th floor.
We all stay together. No one leaves the room separately for any reason.
Agreed.
Just no one leaves.
If you got to
We
pee in the corner, pee in the corner. Whatever.
Yeah, sure. There's a trash can. Whatever.
I'm sure it has a bathroom,
I would hope so.
but you get my point.
How does interdimensional plumbing work?
Very
That's a great
efficiently, because who knows where it goes.
Yeah, who cares where it goes, really? As long as it's not here. Can everybody, as you're heading up to the fourth floor, assuming that that's what everybody's planning to do, go up to the fourth floor, catch a nap in the smoking lounge? All right. Go ahead and everyone make alertness checks, please.
07. Yeah.
I failed.
I passed.
It's not a huge one to fail here. This is more of just, do you notice you're realizing as you're walking up the steps, you see there are divots in the carpet. It looks like something got dragged, like you're kind of catching it here and there, some actual like rips in the carpet. It looks like something with four legs and fairly heavy got dragged up the stairs. And when I say four legs, I'm talking like a table or something, not
Yeah.
a horse
Not a paper mache tiger.
person. Yeah. Right. No, you're getting like a furniture kind of feel from this.
Okay.
And you see there is a fourth floor. Agent Union, this is the first time you've ever seen this. And luckily for you, you've never seen the outside, so you don't recognize that it's only got 3 floors. So when it opens up to a smoking lounge, and you see a man in a pillowcase turn to you, he's got it over his head. You can see there is one hole kind of cut out in it, and you can see a couple of eyes peering out from under it. There is blood dripping down. It actually looks, you can see some of the pillowcases stained red as you hear this this voice. Oh, hey, it's you guys. What the fuck? Where you been? Come on. You are greeted once again by Mark Rohr.
Mark.
See, I told you that death didn't play normally here. So yes, this is Mark. Mark, this is our friend George.
This is
Hey,
Mark.
George, how the fuck you doing?
Yeah, this is that Mark, George.
I'm doing
Go-
better than you, Mark. You look pretty fucking rough.
Hey, fuck you, buddy.
That's
Hey.
right. You don't have to take that shit from him, Mark. He's a
Yeah,
new guy.
goddamn.
He don't fucking know you.
That's true.
Yeah, what the fuck?
What,
you do look
man?
pretty
Um,
rough, though.
You like potatoes? I'm from Idaho. What do you want?
Additionally, for the 3 of you that have been in there before, you see the typical, again, smoking lounge has many kind of chairs and whatnot. The bookcase next to the crackling firecase. You can see the hallways down each side. One of them has been burnt up. You can actually see that in the wall behind the bar as well is showing that kind of telltale sign of char and whatnot. The bottles are all gone at this point. And the chairs have been pushed up against the walls because in the middle of the room there is a strange wood and brass table.
Hey, Mark, what's going on with the table?
I don't fucking know. Some lady brought it in.
Some lady, old lady, young
Yeah, I don't
lady?
know.
What?
No, it's some Lundin kid. I don't know.
Ooh, they still around?
Fuck, I don't know. She was a little kid last I saw her,
Wait,
running around all over the fucking place.
How'd
I
she
hate
bring in a
kids.
table?
Through the door. What do you want?
Like a 6 or 7-year-old just lobbed this table right here?
Well, she had a couple people with her.
Oh, okay.
And looking at it, this thing's about 1.5 meters long by about 1 meter wide, about half a meter tall, and so about the size of like a, why didn't they just say table hockey table? And you can see it's got little like legs on it. They're not very tall. You get the impression that this thing would be a bitch and a half to move. It is kind of the outside is almost like this. It's black exterior on top of these metals and wood and everything that are put there. It looks complex just from looking at it. It's kind of flat almost, but you can see lines and little divots in the top.
Do y'all recall the old woman voice in the encounter group? She was saying something about she moved the world that Dad left for them and put it back in the building. Do you think this is what she was referring to?
Think that old lady was this kid?
There's just too many
I mean, yeah.
similarities.
Wait, what was her name? Ava,
Ava?
right? Yeah, you said her name was Ava?
Ava Lundeen, yeah.
I don't know.
We knew she was still alive.
You said there are grooves carved in the top of it. Do the grooves just run from one edge to the other?
Some of them actually spiral back in on themselves. If you're just looking at it, you can almost get lost in it. It's extremely fine detail.
Oh, it's not just like scratches across it. It's
Right. No, it seems very
Intentional.
purposeful.
Do we have liquid behind the bar still?
Roll a luck check at this point. Mark's got a bottle that he's got, but even that's kind of shattered.
I can't.
No,
God,
no.
I've
no.
had one success on that alertness roll and sand rolls. That's it.
You're. It looks like back there, there's a lot of exploded and burnt bottles.
So if I take some time to just really inspect the grooves and the fine work there, do I eventually see anything, or is it just I'm just watching it and
guess-
looking at it? You know?
So this is one of those classic loaded questions. Do you touch it?
Oh, I would trace my fingers over it while we're staring at it.
Okay, yeah, because the two of you are kind of getting close and looking around, and you touch it almost simultaneously, and you hear this kind of like a flywheel start to spin within you. You hear like,
I'm gonna back up.
and it vibrates. There's like these clicking and snapping noises. Yeah, Ursina is backing up.
Yeah.
The others in the room can hear it.
the hell did you turn on? The hell is that?
And where is that sound coming from?
The table.
All right, so I'm gonna look. We can't see underneath the table.
No, it's too low to the ground.
It's probably where they put their human sacrifices.
Yeah, that's kind of what I figured.
Undine
Or-
shakes his head and grabs a chair and drags
Yeah.
it over to the fireplace.
I'm just going to continue. I'm just going to keep tracing with my finger, like following one of the grooves. And
Yep. And I guess Agent Union, what are you doing while this is going on?
Oh, sure. Are there any books on the bookcases?
There are books on the bookcases. I'm glad you asked.
We're gonna go check out the bookcases.
All right. Well, go ahead and do a sanity roll
Yes.
as you are also.
I think that's.
I
a
hate
bad
to use the phrase "come face to face" with a book full of the
Yes.
most graphic pornography you have ever seen in your life.
62 out of 64.
All right.
Just made it.
And you
So it-
see,
It's
your new-
unsettling, but
Yeah.
you
It
see
doesn't.
your new buddy Undine.
Yeah. No. For this to be a sanity check, it's when he realizes that his dad's in one of these.
oh jeez.
Yeah.
With some old
and-
woman with gray hair and glasses
Yeah. Yeah.
holding a box of cookies.
Yeah. You don't want to know what the cookies are being used for. I
No,
assure
no,
you.
I turned that page real quick.
Has a shirt
Move on,
on,
move
says
on.
has a shirt on says Ben squatching.
And I look at Undy and go, "Have you seen this shit? This is insanity."
As he pulls out his own set of books.
Oh, you
Horrible
mean these?
pornography, volume 2.
None of them are labeled. So yeah, it's
Ah.
tough to tell how many volumes there are.
Too many.
So,
One
yeah.
is too many.
As they're going through this, Agent Unicorn, you set your finger on a groove, and just as you do, you feel a little like metal pop up, and there is a small figure that looks a lot like you. No, like the detail's not quite there. It's not perfect, but it matches about what you'd expect. And kind of around different sections of the board, you see 3 other figures pop up.
Yep.
They look like Agent Undine, Agent Ursine, and Agent Unicorn.
Union.
Union.
No, Agent Unicorn.
Oh, Agent Unicorn. Okay.
Yes.
So where are? Oh, so
And-
is
Yeah, they
Mhm.
start to kind of judder and move a little bit. It's starting to pick up speed as you watch these 4 gather together, and out of the center of this table, you see like little ticks, and there are really like 2-dimensional, like little flat trees that pop up, and you can see them meeting at a park. And there's like little figures that start popping up around. There's almost a little crowd, and it's showing them like it's the park. It's where this all started, and you can see slowly they're starting to move, and the park fades away, and you can see this building appears, and it's the McAllister. And as you're watching, this thing is showing your figurines go through all the steps you've gone through so far. You see the tiger, you see this strange chateau pop up with little in-cut doors everywhere. And you finally see, well, I guess you're looking, and you start to recognize as you're watching, there's these little figurines throughout. And you don't really notice them at first. They're almost like hiding behind these other little pop-ups. But they're always these little gas mask figures with shotguns. And they're watching and watching, and finally you kind of catch up with where you are now. And then it continues. And you see more and more of these shotgun figurines starting to pop up, and they're starting to chase the agents. And at this point, Agent Union has appeared after Agent Gran died. And you're watching, and you actually start to hear the little pop, pop. There's little gunpowder squibs in these little figurines that are chasing around this table. And you can see they're shooting at your agents, at you. And your agents are shooting back, and every once in a while you'll see one of these figures in the shotguns fall, and immediately it's replaced by another, and they're chasing, and it's this horrible thing. And you're kind of focused on this because it's pop, crack, and you look over and you see this golden figure, this king, kind of wrapped in a cloak, and he's moving ahead of you, of the little curios running around, and wherever he steps on the board, you see things spring up, and you see what looks like a stage. You see these various locations spring up, and wherever he steps, your curios and the shotguns that are chasing them follow. And the very last thing that you see is the king steps one final time and a hotel appears. And you can see a stylized text, Hotel Broadalben. And he walks through it as your agents are rushing towards this building. And he walks through it into a cavern, kind of this weird little, you can see these little things pop up that glow a little bit. And he takes a small, tiny little bottle and places it onto a shelf. And as the curios hit that hotel door, with a snap, everything flips back into the table. And go ahead and roll sanity. The two of you that are watching this thing,
Pass.
just take one.
Oh, right. Okay, so
That was a lot.
yep. So that hotel, though,
Yes.
in relation to the park,
It's not
No.
that kind of. No, sadly,
Okay.
it's things pop up and move and then
yeah,
rebound.
yeah. So I figure like Updraft's head is that Broadalben is the other side of the McAllister. Like that's what he's thinking right now, kind of. You know, that it's a place not unlike the Chateau de Port. So yeah.
How's the agent
think I need to
side
sleep.
got dealing with this? Yeah.
I think I need to sleep.
Yeah. More of the same. This place is still screwing with our minds. I agree. I think we all need sleep. Every single one of us has said it at this point. Do we want to try to sleep in this room, or do we want to go in the hallway and find an actual hotel room?
Don's already slumped in the floor by the fireplace with his one sleeve trench coat as a cover.
I guess if it's good enough for him.
I mean, I'm pretty sure he's one step above homeless.
I think we're all one step above homeless.
I'm just saying in life.
All right. Well, then, unless the two of you have a better idea, I think I'm going to do what he's doing, and I'm just going to find a place to lay down in here. One of us needs to stay awake to watch.
Yeah, and I think as long as everybody's kind of tucking in, you find chairs. You find a few of them with bullet holes in them from your last time you were in the place. You can go, oh yeah, that's where I almost died when they shot at me. You know, time for a nap here. And I think we'll kind of cut as everyone nods off for a break.
All right.
Right.
10 minutes.
Yes.
Yeah,
All
10
right,
minutes
back in
sounds
town.
good. See you all folks back here in just a few minutes as we go get some snacks.
All right.
Be right back. back to the action. Here we are. We're back, folks. Thanks for hanging out with us during the break. We took a couple extra minutes, but that's okay. We knew you wouldn't mind and you'd hang out with us anyway. So, we're going to jump right back in. Not a whole bunch of announcements. So, I think I was going to take first watch for everybody. Because I'm probably the least injured and tired at this point. I'm tired, but I'm the least tired. So I'll take first watch. Everybody else dozes off. I want to go check out this table as well and, trace around it and see what all the interest was earlier.
Yeah, and I'm gonna rerun through the whole thing.
No,
For
it's
you
okay.
in particular, you don't see. So to kind of contrast, you don't see that initial meet up in the park or anything.
Okay.
For Agent Union, yeah, he touches it and he sees himself meeting up. I believe your first interaction was just a chance meeting at the encounter group. And you see your little figure pops up outside of what's very clearly the Veterans Hall in Idaho. And you can see Agent Updraft's figure kind of loop in, and you start to follow the steps and you run through the same kind of thing. But it focuses more on you in this case of where
Right.
you hopped in and your various discussions with other Delta Green agents. You see the kind of tall, gaunt individual talking with you a couple times. But it also ends with the chase through the king's footsteps. It ends with him putting this bottle into a cavern. And he does that while the agents hit the building, go through the doors, and the whole thing retracts again. And go ahead and roll sanity just from the seeing it all narrated.
As I'm going through that, though, like I'm tracing my finger along the line. At some point, I want to stop my finger and see if everything if it freezes in place. And if it does, I want to run my finger backwards and see if it backs up.
It appears that once you touch it, it kind of kicks it into motion. Yeah, you're trying to control it.
Yeah.
But it seems uncontrollable. Like it kicks off and goes and then snaps shut again at some point.
Okay. So that is that's going to be a fail on my sanity.
Take a D4.
Come on, 1. No, it's a 2. I'll take 2.
No, that's not so bad.
Not so bad. Yeah, I'm still doing okay. I'm here.
Wonderful.
So as those final steps, like maybe I played this a couple of times because I'm kind of intrigued by this whole thing. It looks to me like it's playing out a timeline. Is kind of what I'm feeling. Like it's playing out. So I want to see what the events are. I've heard them talk about getting to Bottle Bin, and they've talked about bottles and stuff before. So I want to make a real good note of what those last 2 or 3 events are that are leading up to the Bottle. So I kind of, so if we get in there, I could be like, oh, hey, we're on the right track, kind of thing,
Yeah. All right. 1 second. You are going backwards from there as you watch it. You see the hotel. You also see a street kind of scene. You can see these things, and you're watching closely this time. You actually recognize your figures are being chased by these things in the shotgun. And for a moment, as they're running to the Bottle Bin, you're both being chased by maybe like old-timey police, you think? It's kind of tough to tell with the detail. But it's almost like you're running together. But you're pretty sure you've been being chased the whole time. And going backwards from there, you see a stage that they're rushing across. A couple theater scenes, that sort of thing. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's... So there's basically, we come off of a stage and then we're chased by the gas mask men who are chased by some old timey police, or maybe they're chasing both of us.
Yeah. And just to
And-
be clear, the stage part is more of you are running through the stage. You are not like stopped there necessarily, as you are being chased
Right.
for a while. Yeah.
Right. So it's just one of the scenes that I see as we're getting chased is through the stage setting. Gotcha. Then there's the street scene, and then we cross the street into the hotel. And is there anything like any landmarks that pop up or anything, or just very very
Not
generic,
for the most part.
Okay.
Yeah, very generic.
simple
You don't have
diorama?
any sort of you don't have any sort of art history anything, do you?
Art, no. History, no. Why do I need that? I listen to people and shoot things. I don't need art or history.
Yeah, if you don't, okay. No, that's that is just fine.
I'll roll it so I can
I-
get 5 in it. No.
I would say the hotel is probably the most obvious one because it is in fact labeled.
Yeah. Okay. Nope. That's fine. That's fine. That's what I wanted to know. I'll go poke whoever's next for watch and go to sleep when it's my turn.
Okay. Anything else people are wanting to do on their watch, or are they kind of keeping it pretty straightforward?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to rest as much as I can, even while on watch. So,
Yeah,
not really doing anything.
that makes sense. I think Updraft said taking last watch, but sleeping through it as well. Okay. And Agent Undine.
Well, if someone wakes me up, I'll gather myself and take my chair, and I'll go sit up with my back against a wall where I can see the whole room. Take
Yep.
my pistol, put it on the table beside me. Keep the fire stoked by throwing some horrible pornography into it.
Hey, I was reading that.
There's plenty to go around.
Yeah, but I was
There-
reading
there
that
truly
specific
is.
one.
I got lost in the plot. Now I won't know how it ends.
They're really
Specifically
good
the one-
articles.
Okay, we all know it
Specifically
ends
his-
with a bang, but that's not the point.
Oh,
Wow.
wow. That has layers. Like,
Yeah, it's a thinker.
yeah.
She's got freckles on her butt. She's pretty. So I will walk behind the bar and just go through the motions of doing the bartending work I've done before. Does there happen to actually be any materials to bartend with?
You can roll a luck
Okay.
if you want to see if there's anything even remotely, but there's no alcohol at this place or at this point.
27. Where's luck at
Okay,
again?
yeah, no, that's perfect. It's under 50 or
Okay.
50 or
Oh,
under.
that's
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, you find enough stuff that you could make a go of it. Some
Oh.
of the bits are kind of charred and whatnot. There's a bullet hole through one of the mixers.
Like
But,
some
yeah,
bar peanuts in here.
yeah. Mark kind of looks at you going as he's just looking from under his pillowcase at you.
Mark, you
So,
still got any lips under that thing?
Yeah, I think so.
Well, here you go. I slide him something.
Yeah. There's no alcohol in this, but I appreciate the thought.
I thought I poured some in there.
Oh, there's no alcohol left in
Oh,
the,
no
in
alcohol?
the space. Yeah,
Oh,
there's,
never mind.
it's all
Okay.
burned up. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
gotcha.
Sorry, I see where you were going. Yes. You look, there's nothing.
Okay.
Yeah, and he'll kind of watch you doing, like looking through it and be like, "Hey, man, I'm telling you, I tried it too. You got all the pieces, but the one you need."
Yeah. Of all the things to malfunction this place, they could have left us this place, you know?
Yeah. Well, I'm kind of thinking I might go back to the hotel soon. You know.
It's kind of dangerous there. I'm sure you have run into your fair share of danger recently, but I don't know if you're looking for any more.
Yeah, it's a dangerous world out there.
So, what happened to you underneath that thing, if you don't mind my asking?
I got shot.
You're looking pretty good for being shot. They usually don't
Yeah.
remedy that with a pillowcase.
Yeah, I'm sure I'll be better on one of these other go arounds, you know.
Yeah, this place seems to have a way of just keeping you in the loop, if you know what I'm saying.
I'll drink to the
Yes, we won't.
fucking this place.
Yeah. Maybe it will be back to normal one day when we open the door. It'll just reset itself.
Sure, buddy. Sure. Back to normal. Just like old times.
Yeah. Or new times. Like I said, it's a loop.
Yeah, they maybe. And he starts drinking again and kind of catches thought. Hey, by the way, I heard some stuff about you.
Me? That's
Yeah.
strange.
Yeah, about you. They say you've been hanging around with some of the pitchfork types. Is that true?
Actually, I haven't even seen one to my knowledge.
Oh shit.
Tried to I tried to actually call one of the heavenly hosts to show up and tell us what the heck we were doing wrong, and I kind of botched that, and I got a little girl, sounds like the one that brought the table in
Whoa.
here.
Oh, are you sure you botched that?
Well, unless that little girl that brought that table in here is an angel.
What, you think angels and demons just go around looking like, I don't know, like gowns and whatnot?
From what I can tell from the Old Testament, sometimes they're a little full of themselves. So yeah, sometimes.
Let me tell you, Old Testament's got nothing to do with it. I've seen some of these demon folks. They stop through here every once in a while, and
Huh.
no, they're not like that.
Do you know which ones you've met?
Ah, fuck. I think Marvis comes through here once in a while.
I've heard that name. What's he look like when he stops in?
Oh, it's kind of tough to tell. He's got the like a crimson cloak on. He's always bustling through with some book or some shit. I don't know. He's got nasty burn scars. Maybe an African American gentleman.
Gotcha.
But yeah, like around the wrists or something, I think.
Yeah, I
I
gotta
don't
meet that
know.
guy one day. I don't want to necessarily traffic with him or anything, but I'm sure they have some interesting stories to tell.
Yeah, just to hang out.
Yeah. I mean, if you have the opportunity to meet, random strangers, he'd be up there amongst the ones I've heard of.
Yeah. You never know. I don't know. I ain't been too impressed by him, but who knows? Some people really like him.
Yeah, that seems to be a lot of that going around in this building too.
And he kind of turns back to his drink. And let's jump over to Agent Union, who's having a dream of a labyrinth. Yeah, and it's you find he's pawing at the air,
Labyrinth.
running in space. Yes, Hoggle. He's Hoggle in this dream. Babe with the power, you hear under his breath. But Agent Union, you find yourself in a cavern that extends almost like this long hallway, and you can see to the left and right of you that there are bottles throughout on shelves, but the one you're in front of feels special, and you're kind of looking at it in the dream, and it's this like kind of dark crystal. It kind of has a gradient. It gets darker at the bottom of the glass, and the top is
crystal.
sealed.
Dark
Yeah, dark crystal.
Dark Crystal.
I
Man,
told
I
you we're
can't get
caught in the
away.
loop. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'll just let that
Henson!
one slide for a minute.
Yeah. The top is stopped with like a wax topper that you can see the yellow sign is imprinted on.
Great.
Yeah, and you're kind of like holding it and looking at it, and then you awake. Make a luck check for me.
15. I'm
15.
very lucky.
You are lucky because you have that, like, dreams, you never quite remember it. You're pretty sure that the bottle said JC Lynn's.
Hmm. Okay.
But about throughout kind of the time, because time doesn't feel like, it's tough to tell. You're inside in this weird smoking lounge. Eventually you'll all wake up. You feel more rested, but it's impossible to tell what time it is. What are you guys doing?
Well, I'll tell everybody about the dream I had. And also, what I kind of pieced together about the table, the sequence of events.
Old Mark here was telling me that his place is pretty popular when we're not here, especially people and odd things stop by and sit a spell, if you will. He says that Marbus has been through here. Crimson cloaked and really bad burns. So apparently it's not an allegory. It's actually something pretending to be Marbus or Marbus.
I wonder if we stuck around here long enough, if we'd eventually see somebody come through. If we'd need. I don't know that I'd want to. There's something
Yeah.
disturbing about being here and not knowing what time it is or how much time has passed or what's going on elsewhere. I don't know.
We are most likely outside of time right now.
Most likely.
Outside of time, huh? So you think when we're in here, time doesn't exist? Is that what you're saying?
Or work the way we would expect it to.
So like we put
Pure
a
speculation.
pause, but so what is it about this building that's so special? I mean, why were y'all even here to begin with? I guess
looking
y'all
for
tell
this-
me the.
Yeah, we tell him we're looking for Abby.
You don't think she's the one that wrote Mark the letter, do you?
Was the we never
The
heard Abby.
voice was I suppose that's true. You never did hear Abby's voice.
To I know my
We've
character
never
has
met
it.
her. We've
Yeah,
never
it's
met
true.
her. Yeah.
Yeah. I cannot confirm nor deny then.
I mean, you said she's a young woman, right? That disappeared. So that was definitely a young woman. Maybe that was Abby. Maybe she got caught up with Mark. What does he know about her?
Well, nothing now. Oh wait, you think this Mark?
Yeah, isn't that the Mark she was writing a letter to?
Wasn't there another Mark in the building?
I don't think so.
I don't think
so.
there was a Mark in the building.
No, I'm thinking of David Langford.
Yes.
Yeah.
There was a David Langford.
Yeah,
There was a Thomas Manuel. That might
yeah.
be kind of close to what you're thinking of.
I'm gonna look at Mark and I'm gonna say, have you heard of an Elmer Lisette?
Yeah. What about him?
Can you tell us where he is?
I mean, last I saw him, he was just at the front desk
The front desk.
of the hotel, you asshole. Jesus.
hotel
Can't get
throttle
a drink.
bin, right?
Yeah, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, are we in the hotel brothel bin? Mark, is this lounge in the hotel brothel bin?
Who is this guy?
I know, Mark. I know. Which door leads to the hotel?
It's not that easy. It's not. It's more like a thing you have to get to. You're not gonna just find it on the street or something. You don't just open a door and find it. You gotta be like, it's gotta be like the right frame of mind. You know what I'm saying?
Like our other
Yeah.
door trips have been.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
I do.
It's tough to get to. You can't just think you're gonna get there. It's not gonna work. It's very specific. I mean I found it I don't mind telling you that I was get away from some real sketchy individuals that may have had my name on a list somewhere. So let me just say, finding the hotel was a real nice getaway for me.
Yep, kind of feeling that too.
We've got this note that's written on brothel bin paper, or stationery of some sort.
Oh shit, yeah, that's classy.
Do we want to
Hey.
use that as kind of like a focus and try to?
Tell me what the lounge, the front desk looks like, Mark.
Fuck, I'm not a poet. I don't know.
Has it
It's
got
a fancy
carpet? Is it
hotel.
fancy brass, wood?
Yeah, of
brass?
course it's fancy. I don't know. It's got nice woodwork. It's got a couple gargoyles out front. I don't know. It's you got the bellhops in the stupid uniforms. It's I don't know. It's real fancy.
A updraft.
Yeah.
Okay, thanks, Mark. That's helpful.
Where do things go when they're not here?
I don't know. Where do things go when they're not here?
Probably the equivalent of a prop room, or the chaos that makes this place sort of a centralized nowhere. Because it's like Play-Doh. This place can do what it wants to do and create what it wants to create. So my thought, you got a piece of paper there that came from the brothel bin, right?
Yeah.
So let's assume that if it were to leave your possession, it would go back to this green room or what have you, which may also at times be the hotel brothel bin, right?
Okay.
So what if, and this may be a stretch, but work with me here. What if we go up to a door that's closed? We push that piece of paper under that door.
Okay.
Wait a minute. And then we open the door expecting to see the piece of paper.
Wait a minute. So the hotel brothel bin's just a prop in the play. It's just a setting in the play.
It's just.
I get it now. I get it now. That makes sense. Oh, Undine, that's brilliant.
I'm glad I'm not the only one.
No, that makes perfect
Everybody's
sense.
sand doing just
I'm okay.
We don't even need to roll for sand anymore. We're obviously insane and we're just going with it and it's working.
Yeah, it's working. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Can't get much crazier than this.
I mean, there's crazier ideas like wandering around the streets looking for a place that doesn't exist on the street.
Well, I mean, thinking about this place got me here, so what could it hurt to try?
Yeah, right. I'll hand over the letter to Undine and be like, well, sir, how about it?
Okay. Do we want to go down the bad hallway to do this? It's more malleable than the rest of this place is. The
Yeah.
one where we found the cable guy.
Real
Yeah.
quick. Hold on, real quick. We're opening the door without intention. We're pushing it under there and then just opening the door.
Or I'm opening the door to get the piece of paper back.
Right.
The intent that when we open the door, we'll see the piece of paper on the floor.
In its original setting, which would be the Hotel Broadalbin. We're trying to get it to go home, and we're trying to fetch it.
Okay. Let's give that a shot.
I mean, the worst case, we open the door. There's a piece of paper. There's a normal room on the other side.
Yep. I guess I'll, like I said, I gave it over to Undine and I'll go, or yeah, I'll just go and pick a door and be like, this one looks as good as any.
Works for me. Everybody
Hey.
ready?
Step into the hallway together.
Mark, we'll see you. Hope you feel better.
He kind of just does the hand, wave at you.
And I'll say, okay, little paper, go home. We'll see you soon. Slide it under the door. I imagine a kind of an ornate lobby with a door that's closed, and a piece of paper just slides mysteriously underneath the door.
Okay. You're envisioning. You're seeing it in your mind's eye.
Maybe we should do something superstitious, like, I don't know, spin window shins. I'll spin counterclockwise.
Yeah, you knew that. And when Undine starts to spin counterclockwise,
Just one
Updraft's
time.
gonna open the door.
Go ahead and make a sanity check, Agent Updraft.
Oh, good. He gets to go.
Yeah, he gets to do it.
Yay!
Since he
That's a
opened
no.
the door.
That's a negative.
That's a negative.
Yeah. Not successful.
All right. You open the door, and you can see the letter is a little bit inside the door frame, like it's slid there. But the room beyond is dark. You're kind of looking. You think with just the hallway light, you can see that there is a metal table and a couple of chairs, and then one wall of the room has a mirror on it. Kind of has a cement look, and you can hear kind of murmur chatter on the other side. Yeah, there's obviously like it's a inhabited building.
Gonna pull that piece of paper back. That feels a lot like an interrogation room. We're just gonna pull that door shut. just turn around and be like,
Well,
I'm not gonna shut it all the way. I'll just pull it too and be like, that looks a lot like an interrogation room. I'm open to suggestions.
Like in a police department? Or federal office interrogation?
Yeah, or like a gulag. It doesn't matter.
Well, here-
Places where interrogations happen.
Well, here's the thing. If we all go in there, we can get out through that. If
someone
we-
stay here and hold the door open.
Well, if we escape, then it's playing right into what I watched happen, right? To where we get chased out the door and we get chased through the streets by the police because we're running from the police, right? Because we just escaped from an interrogation room.
Where'd you see this?
Oh yeah, you were still asleep on the table. When I was on watch last night, I watched the play several times. The little diorama, and yeah, that's how the events that led up to us getting into Hotel Broadalbin were we were getting chased by the gas mask men who were being chased by police, like old-timey police. And then we crossed the street and we ran through this stage setting, and then we crossed the street and there was this whole bunch of people out on the street, and then there was the hotel, and we went into the Hotel Broadalbin.
So we have to anger a bunch of cops?
Or be seen and get chased by them.
I mean, we're already wanted.
We're wanted, so I don't think we need to anger them. I think we just be seen.
That's the danger of just going through.
Mm-hmm. But the reward is what we're looking for might be on the other side. I don't
I
know.
pull out my flashlight.
Wait, we're
Is
all
the-
federal agents anyway.
Is the door open or closed?
It's still cracked open. Like I didn't shut it all the way. I pulled it partially shut. You know,
I'm gonna walk in with my flashlight. You guys make sure this door doesn't close, please.
Oh dear God.
all right, I guess
Understood.
I'll walk behind Undine,
I'll stand at the door.
hand on my pistol.
Yeah, well, let's go in. Why not? We'll go together.
Hand on my pistol inside my hoodie pocket.
So at the moment, only Ursine is outside. Is that correct?
Right.
She's standing in the doorway. Yeah.
Yeah, standing in the doorway to keep the door open.
Okay. Do an alertness check, Agent Ursine.
Pass.
You hear a voice behind you somewhere, and it just whispers, and action. Inside the room, the three of you are suddenly blinded as the fluorescent light kicks on, and you hear the squawk of a loudspeaker on the other side of the room. Announcements. There is no parking in the red zone. The red zone is for loading and unloading only. And you start hearing this. It's annoyingly loud, and it's one of those super dull things. Just starts talking about, Officer so-and-so is on patrol in this area. The lunch in the cafeteria will be whatever. Starts going on.
Are there any other doors out of this room?
Yes, there is the door. Actually, no, there isn't. The door that you came in appears to be the door to the interrogation room.
Okay.
You think, yeah. There you go. Won't tell you what you think.
Well, here we are.
Well, this is sort of unexpected.
So chicken pot pie for lunch. That sounds good. We should go get some. I'll knock on the mirror,
Well,
knowing it's a
as you-
two-way.
Yeah, as you say, that sounds good. We should get some. You all kind of jump as you hear this shrieking noise outside, or over the loudspeaker, like somebody got disemboweled almost. Like it's horrible, and you start hearing booms of gunfire.
Do they
And
sound like
laughter and
shotgun
shouts.
blasts?
Screams. Yes, some of them do. Some of them just sounds like guns, like there's some sort of gunfight going on.
Here we go again, guys.
All right. Here comes the gas mask squad for us. So prepare for orders. Brace spikes. Let's do this.
Assuming this is a interrogation room with a two-way mirror, can we just bust that mirror? Is there a chair in here that we can pick up?
He sees what you're smoking and pop shoots the mirror.
All right. Yeah, you see it. Go ahead and I don't know, for damage. Is it a luck to shatter it? You know what? You'll get there enough time. It takes a few shots, but eventually the mirror starts to splinter and fall apart.
It is a 45.
I walk over with the chair and go, well, that was probably more effective. Okay, Undine.
You can clean out the bits.
And you're doing this as you're hearing these gunfires and screams outside. It's kind of weird because it sounds like it's coming from the hallway that Ursine is in, but obviously it's not for you. Ursine, what are you doing? Looks like they're looking to go through the room.
All right. So I can see everything they're seeing, right? Or are they past my field of vision?
Yeah, right. It's like you were standing outside the interrogation room, like the door,
Mhm.
but you're in a hotel hallway, obviously.
Okay. Um. But I can see everything they're seeing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And hear it too, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Turn around. Showtime.
Indeed, it is. Do we want to go that way? I guess the only way through is, or the only way out is through. So,
Through this here window, and I climbed through.
all right. And I'll kind of shake my head and shrug and just follow.
Behind you, as you enter the room, so we've kind of got Undine, you're climbing through the window out. Ursine enters. The door slams shut behind you. You kind of, get that jump. And then you hear something behind you touching the doorknob. And it jiggles. You hear it move slightly. And outside the room, it goes completely silent. And you just hear a child singing some low, quiet song. Agent Undine, you're in the kind of back room of this now. You've walked behind. You go over. There's a desk that you have to climb over, and when your hands come up, you feel they're a little wet. And when you look down, you realize the papers that you touched as you climbed over, the ink was wet on them.
I'll take a look at the papers. Are they antiquated looking?
No. In fact, you're looking at them. They look like they were fresh out of the printer. Like there's actually some heat on them still. And you can clearly see where you've smudged it.
We're moving a little bit too fast for the props department to keep up. The ink is wet. So, if I'm rationalizing this correctly, this being an interrogation room, the hallway on the back side of this is a restricted hallway with important stuff on it. So maybe we'll find something neat. And I'll open the door to the outside.
Opening the door to the outside, you are immediately assaulted by the smell of blood, and this is a slaughterhouse. Looking around, the room is it's kind of like the back hallway of a police station. The entire area is awash in blood and gore, and there are no footprints or anything. Like you're kind of looking, it's just dead everywhere.
People died on the spot.
Yeah, looks like it. Yeah, you can see some bodies here and there. And on the wall opposite the door, you see written in blood, "You have been invited. Come."
Do we
Go
still
ahead
have
and-
our shotguns and such?
Yeah, you'd still have your weapons.
Okay, good.
As people are going to hear for this, do a violence sanity check, because this is horrible to look at.
Haven't we already passed the violent sanity check? Or let's see.
I don't know if you become hardened to it or not.
Oh, that's a failure. 97.
Roll a d6.
Ouch.
40.
Yeah.
Oh,
My sanity's
six.
so low, I fail too.
Oh, 6. Oh, maxed out. Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, that's a fail.
Okay.
So-
Everybody roll a d6.
Yeah, I get 1 point.
Hey, you're doing great.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's a
Yeah.
D6 sand loss.
Yes.
Okay,
Whoa,
I'm
whoa,
gonna push.
yeah.
I'm gonna push some of that off
I was going to ask.
because I rolled 6. So
Yes.
I'm gonna push that
Yeah.
off on my dad. He's
For Agent Updraft as well, did you pass? Oh, can't.
You're muted.
Yeah, I can't hear you for some reason.
I didn't realize I was muted on there. I'm hardened to violence.
Yeah, then you'd only take one. Yep. Yeah, best case is one sanity loss from.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you're looking through this, it's terrible.
So
There's nowhere you can step even that you're not gonna get blood on your feet.
Yeah.
so
Setting us up.
take 3 instead of 6, right?
Yes, if you rolled a 3, yep, lose that from your willpower, from your bond, and luckily you do not go temporarily insane.
All right. Willpower. There you are. All right. All adjusted. And that's a 1 tick on the violence, right?
Yes, because you took it without going temporarily insane.
So
We
it's
recover
or
willpower.
hitting a
when
breaking
we
point.
sleep.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get a d6 back, but I think most of you are close enough. Like I
Yeah,
don't
I
think
was-
you spent
Yeah.
that much willpower. Yeah. I was just assuming you went back up.
Yeah.
Man, I've seen some shit, but this is bad. This is bad. Are they bodies or are they mannequins?
Their bodies.
So these didn't turn into mannequins when they died. These are not just.
Does anybody have any forensics?
Yeah, actually.
What's it at?
50.
Oh, I do
50?
not.
Okay.
Mhm.
Agent Ursine, as you're looking around, you realize there's something very wrong with this. And that these bodies, like the blood splatters and stuff, they're not right. And you get a chance, you look at one of the bodies and you realize that this body has been dead for not like ages, but this is not how this body died. Like you can actually probably recognize the sign of like choking on one of them, and you look through another, you kind of catch that like, oh no, there's electric burns on this person. Like this, they weren't killed by this violence, they just died some other way.
It's setting us up. All right. Well, gentlemen, and I'll show them all that. I'm gonna look around a little bit more, and I'm gonna start like just looking around to see if I see anything odd, if there's anything that clearly doesn't belong there.
Yeah, go ahead and
Anything like
roll a search.
Okay. And that is a 41. That's a pass.
Okay. You also start to realize as you are going through, you see like, oh, one of these windows has police like painted on it. I keep hitting my light. But as you watch, you actually see a little bit of drip of paint, and you're like, no, this is so fresh. It looks like as you're kind of going through here that this station was just kind of put together minutes ago.
Undyed, I think you're right. We're moving faster than the prop room can keep up.
Yep, we're starting to understand the rules. We got to get ready for a merry chase here at some point.
Yep.
In the meantime, try to make this easier on ourselves. Look around for some actual eviscerated, exploded police people.
They're all wearing outfits that, as you are like, yeah, it's police uniforms. You're kind of gonna look at them. They're not real police uniforms. You guys all know roughly what it would look like. Is these are costumes. They're decent costumes, but they're costumes.
Do they have weapons?
No. In fact, you look at some of the weapons and you maybe like pull the
Props.
trigger a couple times. You're like, yep, it's a prop. And one of them even looks like it might just be a water gun, like painted black. It's
That could come in
Yeah.
handy.
Yeah.
Taking the water gun.
Well, if
Fill
we're
it with holy
accosted,
water.
feel free to accost them back
That's right.
because they'll yell stop, and if you don't stop, they'll stop again.
That's right. Stop, or I'll yell stop again.
I want to take. Are there any of them have badge?
they're all plastic. You get close, it looks like they're painted with shiny metal, but
That's fine. I'll take it and put it on.
Hey, it's currency in this realm.
Right.
That's right.
Put it on. Now I got a badge.
ho ho ho.
You have officially deputized yourself.
Good job. Ah, yeah, yeah. Did you say that as we were climbing through the window we could hear a young child singing, or was that just to Ursa?
It was on the other side, the other hallway, basically. Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't tell if that was in the police station or out, because
Yes. It was kind of back through the door that Ursine
gotcha.
came in.
Diamond. The patch on the shoulder reads Keystone. Yeah, Keystone. Please. And the water gun spray is stamped Acme.
Yeah.
Well, let's find the front desk and maybe we'll head out of here.
Let's follow the trail of destruction. It leads to the
Yeah.
outside.
It'll get us there.
Okay. Yeah, you are pretty. It's easy to walk out when everybody's dead. You get to the front desk, kind of like you were saying, is we'll check this. Boxes set up to a plywood desk that hasn't been put together really. Like it's put together, it's there, it's the desk, but it hasn't had the stuff put on it. And yeah, when you exit the building, you realize this is just some like office building it's kind of in the outskirts of New York, but it's just kind of like a warehouse type office. There's nothing special about it. And it is about noon at this point.
Yeah, they came in under budget. Let's hope that the cars are not props.
Yeah, that would be a bummer. I don't know how far we want to walk. I'll look over at Updraft. All right, officer. Are you gonna commandeer us a car?
Yeah, I mean, if that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Of
Okay.
course.
Yeah, I mean, there's a parking lot nearby that has some cars parked there if you want to try and hotwire one with some criminology or something.
We'll start there. We can start there.
Or carjack somebody, who knows?
Oh, that's where we're going to end. That's step 2.
That's step 2.
That's step 2. Step 1, we'll try and acquire one that's not currently occupied. That is a 69 on a 35.
I'm sorry that once again that rule does not apply.
It's okay.
'Cause you would have had it twice, but no. You're looking, you're thinking, maybe, not sure.
No, it's the green wire, man. I'm telling you, it's the green wire.
The electrician's trying to help out, but
I've seen this done before. I mean, maybe should I give it a whirl?
What could it hurt? Go for it.
I get close to it. Maybe it clicks. I almost have it. Maybe it's just a flick of the wrist. Timing. It almost turned over.
I want
If
to
someone's
go...
driving by, I'm just going to walk over and wave my badge and get them to stop and be like, police business, I need to commandeer your vehicle.
If that badge doesn't work,
Yeah.
the Ithaca shotgun works.
That's right.
Yeah,
As
you
authority.
go ahead and roll persuade.
All right. This is a 50-50, guys. Maybe I'll succeed on some 47.
Yes.
Nice.
Skin of the teeth.
All right. The car pulls over, but this is New York. They stop for you, is what your persuasion gets you. And you
Start
see
running
them
you
kind of
over.
roll. Yeah, they roll down the window a little bit, like, what the fuck do you want?
We need to commandeer your car for official police business.
Yeah. Let me just check. One moment.
He's got new theme
Just,
music, so that's got to count.
It's
for something.
nice. Yeah.
It's the superhero theme.
Yeah, with that piece of shit badge. Yeah, get the fuck out of here.
I'm walking up. Yeah, it's not very convincing, is it? But this is get the fuck out of the car.
Oh Jesus! Oh fuck! You're those crazy sons of
3,
bitches.
2.
Okay,
I don't-
I'm going. Jesus Christ! And they get out of their car. It's enough. You guys can all fit in there if you get in.
It's
What
not
the fuck
a
are you
Yugo.
staring at me for?
It's a Geo Metro.
This is a robbery. You're not done.
Okay, what the fuck do you want?
Cough
Jesus
up the
Christ.
wallet.
I got a family. Okay.
Yeah, and you'll get to see them if you give me your wallet.
Jesus. Okay. And they're fumbling. You can see it. We'll say it's some guy, and he's hurriedly he drops the wallet on the ground and is kind of scrambling to pick it up.
Now listen, there's a police station right there. If you need help and you call your family, go in there.
All right. Jesus. Fuck.
Fucking
Give me your
workers.
shoes. Give me your shoes.
Come out the shoes, man.
Give me
Okay.
your
Okay.
goddamn
And
shoes.
he's trying to unlace them. They're. It's yeah. Takes
All
up a
right.
second.
I'm just
Meanwhile,
like,
I'll slide in the
God.
front seat and take my position as the best driver of the team.
And I'll take that opportunity to slide in too because this is a hot mess.
Yeah,
Pleasure
he
doing business
pulls-
with you.
All right.
Do his
So
shoes fit me?
the group, not a chance. I guess you could roll a luck, but you know they're not gonna. You're a big guy, right?
I'm only like 5'11".
Okay, yeah, go
I'm
roll
5'11".
for luck. Roll
I
for
rolled
luck.
an 8. I rolled an 8.
You know what? They're not bad. Yeah, you think they might fit? Yeah. You've got an extra pair of shoes.
I'm gonna change my shoes.
Why did you take that man's shoes?
I
Why
wanted them.
not?
Why?
That's what's
Also,
wrong with the world. Lack of
It's not
empathy.
gonna chase after us.
Okay, whatever.
There's plenty of shoes for him over in the props department.
He's wearing socks. He ain't running after us.
You know what? Fine, whatever. Let's just go.
Also, I wanted some new shoes.
And I'm just giving you this look like. Okay.
Agent Ursine, you in particular look back because you're kind of talking about like, why did you take his shoes? You look back, and he had kind of like started running away, and because you guys stole his car and his shoes, and he's running down the street. You guys kind of pointed him towards the police office, but he's looks like he's actually going towards a phone booth, and he keeps looking back over his shoulder at the car, and he slows down, and he seems to be like, they're far enough. They're far enough. And he picks up a sewer grate just near one of the edge of the thing, and he just kind of crawls down as the car turns the corner away.
Yep. Back to the green room with you.
All right. Yeah,
See,
it's just one of the extras.
you don't have to feel bad about robbing them, shooting them, whatever. They're just mannequins. Paper mache.
I would have you know I didn't feel bad about taking his car or his wallet. It was his shoes that bothered me. But ultimately, it doesn't really matter because, as you put it, There are plenty of shoes in the prop room, so
They're not even his shoes.
Oh boy.
You look at them; they don't have his name anywhere on them.
Mm-mm.
Doesn't say
I like to
Andy
think
on
they
the
say
bottom of
A-
it.
It says Agent Updraft now.
That was great. I've always wanted to
I'll write
rob
my name. I'll write my name on them.
You could get used to that.
What's in the glove box? Anything? Or is it empty? Probably nothing.
No, you pop open the glove box and you are kind of like surprised. You do you have like a athletics or dexterity? I mean, you definitely have.
I have
dexterity,
athletics.
but-
Yes.
Yeah,
60.
60. Okay, you catch it pretty easily because it kind of tumbles out, and you realize you're holding a beautiful red book with a stamp on the top of it.
Of course we are. Hey, found your book, Undine, and I'll just toss it in the back seat.
It's not my book. Toss it out the window.
It bounces and
It's a boomerang. Don't worry,
that's-
it'll come back.
Ah, that's hilarious.
You
Rat
see some
bastard book.
poor hobo picks it up.
He's seen the yellow sign. You yell out the window. Have you seen the yellow sign?
All right, and I think that's a good to drive as the car is driving off and you're throwing books out the window to cut it for the week. Because I want to know where are you guys thinking you're heading after this? You have a few leads to follow, but I'm curious
We do.
what action you're taking.
We
All
have
we're
leads
doing
to
is
follow.
Following the description of the events on the table that were described. I've gone
That's true.
batshit
Okay.
crazy.
Yeah.
what
So
what's
you're trying to recreate the table is what some of the agents are. You doing anything with Wild's request or
What was
anything
his
with
request?
Oh yeah, we got to dig up dirt
Elmer
on
Lizette?
Lizette.
Oh yeah. Looking on
I have a
that.
feeling that if we don't do that, that's going to come back and bite us
Yep.
in the ass.
Oh yeah, we're definitely doing that.
We
Yeah,
don't
I
even know
just-
where the hell we are right now.
We need to find
do
out where
like
we are,
that
yeah.
Undine's like pedal to the metal. Let's get this chase started.
Yep.
You definitely think you can.
Places, everyone.
Yeah.
We haven't
I
heard
love it.
cut yet.
That's true.
You did hear action.
We
but
heard
yeah,
action,
no
but we've
cut.
never heard cut. So, oh wow, what a fun game this has been. Thank you everyone for tuning in tonight and hanging out with us. If you've enjoyed the tunes, they are over at our friends at Tabletop Audio. Just picked up some new tracks the last couple of weeks and have slowly been rolling them out. This one is called Neon Chase. I think it's like a Neon City kind of vibe, and then there's Metropolis and car chases, and so I have a lot more sound and music to play during our games. Should be a ton of fun. And apparently, we're going to Egypt and then Yellowstone and then New Orleans in that order, just driving through tunnels. We'll be fine.
You're getting there.
We'll get there. It's called Keep the GM on His Toes. You're right, Diamond, it is. And we do a good job of that. But hey, Nathan, thanks so much for putting this one on
Yeah.
for us. As always, man, great job.
pleasure.
Thank you so much. Wonderful game. And to our cast, you guys make it fun to show up every week and play this game. It's a lot of fun. So, but until next time, folks, we're the United Adventure Company, and this has been Delta Green Impossible Landscapes, Season 1, Episode 9, The Encounter Group. But we'll be back next week at 7 o'clock. Friday at 2 o'clock, we're going to be playing some Call of Cthulhu, so tune in then. But until next time, deception is a right, truth is a privilege, and innocence, well, that's just a luxury, as Agent Undine has found out. Good night, everybody.